Hello, this is Chris on 103.9 HopeFM. Today, I'm chatting with our Shire President Ron Chambers on our program Shire Side Chats. Hello Ron, how are you?
Very well, thank you, Chris. How are you? Welcome, listeners.
I'm very well, thank you too. So let's get on with our first question. This September, Ron, the council are meeting in one of our satellite towns. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, so a number of years ago, we decided to actually go back to what was an old program where they used to actually go to and visit one of the satellite towns for one meeting every year. Everyone's always invited to go and sit in on a council meeting and also to ask questions, and that's part of the availability, I guess, of Shire. Found that it's fairly difficult to get people to come from outlying areas in, so at least once a year now we go out to one of the satellite towns. This year we're going out to Scadden, been out to Conningup and out to Cascades and also Gibson in the past. So yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for people of that location to come in. We tend to have a bit of a meeting prior to that just to let us know if there's any concerns specific to their area, but also gives them an opportunity to then, to come in and to sit down, meet the councillors, meet everyone that we need to do and watch the process unfold, watch how those decisions are made and to have their input when they get the opportunity. So I think it's a fantastic idea and it's good for us as councillors too to get out there and have a look at some of those towns.
So listeners, if you're interested, go along.
Yeah, yep. So certainly, so Tuesday the 30th of September at the Scadden Country Club. So anyone that wishes to come along is more than welcome to come out there and sit down and watch the process, have their say, meet the councillors and have a chat.
Oh, that's good. All right. Once again, it's rates time, Ron. So can you remind people what they have to do, when they have to do it by, and what incentives the Shire is offering to encourage people to pay their rates early?
So the rates are out at that time of the year again, and it's really important that the rates are paid by the due date. That enables us to actually do the projects and the maintenance and the work that we need to do. So we need to be the same as any business. We need to be obviously capable of doing that and paying the bills. So it's really important that people pay the rates by the due date. There is the opportunity, and I know there's quite a few people that are starting to take it up now. If they get onto the Shire website and have a look, you can actually prepay your rates, so you can pay your certain amount each week leading up to, like through the year, so that when it does come rates time, the bill is very, very small and it's not that one big impact bill. Of course, anyone that has paid their rates by the due dates throughout September, or that prepaid it into the leading up to the year, then they go into the draw. So we're holding 5 rates draws this year, and the Shire has put in $12,500 cash that makes up some of those prizes. But we've also been really, really generously supported by local businesses. So taking that pot, I suppose, up to about $23,000 through vouchers and also other cash prizes. So we did a draw the other day, and congratulations to all those that were lucky enough to have their name pulled out of the hat. And I've had a few people complain that they reckon as the Shire President I should have pulled their name out, and I do apologise if I didn't. But again, best way, if we get those rates paid up and then get into the draw.
And it's lovely that there's options for people.
We understand that it's difficult, and I, even personally, I live in the Shire, I get my rates bill as well, and when you get hit by that bill at that time, it can hurt. So yeah, the ability to sort of pay a little bit each week leading up to it, just means that at the end of the year, there's either not very much left to pay, or in some cases, some people are actually in credit depending on what happens when we set the rates at the end of the financial year.
So some good news then, really?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Local government election. Now, last time we chatted, Ron, we talked about what people needed to do if they were interested in nominating for their local council. So can you give us an update on the upcoming local elections?
Yes. So nominations have closed. As we said, there was 4 positions. We actually have had 7 candidates put their hand up. So we've got a great team of people that have put their hand up to step onto council and to help do what we do. So I thank all those people for putting their hand up. It's a big commitment, but now it's down to their campaigning, and I guess for people to start looking at who those candidates are and working out what they stand for, having a look at where their values lie, whether they align with what people want the community, the direction that the community want to go. And then most importantly is to get engaged and to make sure that when the election papers come out that you actually vote. Local government elections are non-compulsory. which can be a little bit of a trap for people, especially this year when we've had so many elections. We've had the state and federal election already this year, so I understand that people are probably a little bit tired of elections. The Shire of Esperance run their elections through the West Australian Electoral Commission as a postal vote, so there's no in-person voting. You can always drop your vote off at the Shire but all the eligible voters will have a voting pack mailed out to them. Anyone that doesn't get one mailed out, and we'll let you know when they come out. Can always go to the Shire office and ask for a copy. Yeah, it's really important that people take the time, read up and have a look at the candidates, do a little bit of their research and ask and talk to people and be engaged and understand what it is that they're doing. Most importantly, make sure that your voice is heard.
That's really interesting. So, Ron, where can we find that information about our new candidates?
So if you go to the Shire of Esperance website, there's a button there that's local government elections, and if you scroll down, there's local government election nominees, and that has their paper or their nomination in there and their bio and what they stand for and what they hope to achieve whilst they're on council. So there's the ability to do that through the Shire website.
So that's really great that not only it's postal, so it's easy to do, but you can find out all the information you need on the website in order to make a valuable decision.
Yeah, that is. And Esperance is not a real big community, so it's also talking to other people that might know who they are and getting to understand who those people are. Because it is really important, and it's really important that we get the right people on council that are there for the right reasons. All of us have seen in the media recently some of the issues that some councils have had, where they've become very dysfunctional, and a lot of that tends to stem from people who are on council for the wrong reason. I've always said that I didn't get on council with an agenda. My agenda was to listen to the community and to work with community and to try and do what is the best for the community. You're not going to keep everybody happy, and you're probably not going to make all of the right decisions in everyone's eyes, but I think being able to look at that broader picture and trying to understand where you want the community to go and what's important for the community, I think is really, really important as a community leader.
Oh, thank you, Ron. Thank you for coming in and chatting with us on our new program, Shire Side Chats.
Thank you very much, Chris. It's always a pleasure.
And this is 103.9 Hope FM, and we'll catch you again next time.